watchers, welcome back to Faith, Family, and Fun Reviews. If you're new here on this channel, I share with you delightful, family-friendly, and faith-based movies and television shows. Y'all, okay, we got a lot to talk about, but first, how is y'all Sunday going? How was y'all weekend? Did y'all make it to the movie theater? Did y'all watch anything or expect anything good to come out? I know I am. And if you just scroll back to the video history or even look at the community tab post, y'all will see what I'm talking about. But anyways, yes, y'all let me know in the comments what's going on, how y'all doing, how y'all feeling. All that good stuff. Yes, y'all know I love to hear from y'all, okay? Don't be ignoring me. Don't do that. Don't, okay? But yes, we're going to go ahead and get started with our special feature today, which is titled Emma's Chance. And you guys should find this film streaming on different platforms. But first, let me tell y'all what this film is about. A young woman, Emma Bailey, is assigned community service at a horse rescue ranch run by Susan Peirce. There, she forms an unexpected bond with a neglected and abused show horse named Chance. Now, if they watch that deal, I so enjoy these kind of films, like these kind of films that be focusing on horses or different animals. Oh, that is such a plus for me, okay? So automatically, y'all, when I just seen the cover of this, I just knew I was going to enjoy it. When I read the synopsis, like y'all just heard just now, I knew that was going to be heartwarming. Go tug at my heart, okay? It really is, okay? Even though I ain't got no experiences or nothing with horses, I do enjoy films about them and learning about them and all of that. I just think that they're so beautiful and so much strength and everything. It's just amazing, right? So here we meet our main character. Her name is Emma. And Emma's in high school, y'all. And she has a set of friends that just ain't cute. At the beginning of this film, I am so turned off by her friends, y'all, because she got the kind of friends that you're like, are you sure these are like real friends? Because they do some stuff that I'm just like, ugh. And you can tell that Emma does not, like, she is so set apart from them, like, seriously. When you just look at them together as a gang and how they're hanging, it's just something about Emma that just stands out. And you can tell a lot of times throughout the film when the kids get together, right? When the teens get together, they are all like, everybody want to make sure like Emma's included. Like, is Emma coming or whatever? Want to make sure she is like on board with whatever little thing that they got going on. And it's like, why? Because she is not like one of them people like vying for attention or anything like that. She is not one of them like the ringleader or seem like everything has to be her way and like seeking attention or validation or anything like that. That is so not her. So it's very, very weird and strange to me that I'm like, why in the world are these people kind of like, in a sense, clinging to you and want to make sure you on board for everything that they got going on. But you can tell Emma is a good girl. Like right off the bat, you see that she is very hesitant. She's not quick to, she's not the spontaneous type. You can tell she is a thinker. Like when something is brought to her attention, it takes her a minute or so to process it and really see, okay, you can see that inner struggle within her. Like, should I do it or should I not? Or more so, I know I ain't got no business trying to do that. I know my mom would not be cool with this. So why in the world am I even considering this to begin with? Okay. And you see that all over her face, even though she doesn't necessarily express it out loud. And we can understand why she don't express those thoughts, those inner thoughts out loud. Because number one, who wants to be going through that? We already know a lot of times we don't want to let people into that our inner life like that. We don't. We have that surface about us that people can only go so far. And then there's that part that we only share with the Lord that he just knows. And we ain't really like cool with letting people into that particular secret place. And I so get that. But at the same time, you can kind of read it on Emma's face, which is hilarious to me. And I'm just like right there as the viewer rooting for her. Like, Emma, you already see that you got that feeling inside of you. You lost your peace. Don't do it, girl. Don't do it. And that's how you just a lot throughout the beginning of this film when she is going through these different emotions and have these different offers like approached her with these different things that her friends lay out. I'm trying to stay away from spoilers, so y'all forgive me if I like try to, because I'm really trying to stay away from it because I want y'all to enjoy it like I did. But yeah, you really see that with Emma. It is and I am right there like, no, Emma, no, do what your mom wants you to do, girl. Like, it's this one scene when they asked her to go somewhere. And she was like, no, I already called my mom. She's on the way. And I'm like, good, girl. You already called your mama. She coming, right? And so she's sitting outside the school on the steps or whatever. And her friends pull up in their vehicle. And they're like, come on, let's go. Yeah, let's party or whatever. You know how these people be acting, okay? And all of that. Like, yeah. But... And then I'm like, no, Emma, continue to wait. I don't know in that moment if she just kind of used it as an excuse, like mom is coming. Because her mom, when we're introduced to her mom a little later, we can tell that her mom is the type to be on time. Her mom isn't the kind of mom that leaves her hanging there for a little bit like that. She is like the mom that is very engaged with her daughter. And you call her, she is coming. So I don't know in that moment if she just told her friends that, like, her mom is coming just to get them off her back, to get them going somewhere. And she could just sit there and take her time, be alone for a minute, and maybe eventually call her mom. Because she ended up going off with them a little later, and you could see the look on her face like, oh, I already didn't use that excuse. I mean, these people already know my mama. But yeah, I just love Emma's character. I just feel like she is such a role model, especially for younger girls like that, like preteen, 14, 13, 14, 15, 16, all that kind of stuff. I feel like she's such a role model for girls like that. And we don't really see a lot of that. Like, and it just makes you question, like, because a lot of times they be saying in the film, like, goody two-shoes, want to throw that out at her. And I'm like, there's nothing wrong with being a goody two-shoes. There's nothing wrong with being set apart. And I know that sounds a little bit different when you are past that point, but when you are there actually in that little realm of high school and all of that, it does seem like a big deal because everybody ain't on that. But then you find when you become an adult, it's really no different in high school. Like, a lot of these people still ain't grow up. They still have that kind of mentality that they want to be daring and live a certain life or whatever. And when they see someone who is not really on that, who is more following the word of God, like God is their moral compass, the Bible is their moral compass, and people look at you kind of strange to feel like, y'all know how they be doing. So it's like you find out when you become an adult that it's really no different. And you used to think when you become an adult, like all that little high school stuff gonna go away. You can be who you are, happily who you are, freely who you are, and ain't gotta worry about that. And it's crazy because it's like now you're in a bigger high school in a sense because people still don't grow up and they still be acting like that. But anyway, I just want to throw that out for a little bit. But yes, I so can relate to Emma's character even at this point in my life, the season of my life that I am right now. That's why I feel like this film is perfect for if you are like a kid like Emma is in the film, or if you are an adult, because it's certain things you're just going to be able to relate to her. Just that whole good versus evil thing and choosing your friends wisely, which the Bible tells us in Proverbs that we should do. That we have to be careful, who the friends that we allow into our lives, because as you can see when you watch this film, it does play a big role in the person that you're becoming to be. And you want to make sure you're becoming who God wants you to be, right? But yeah, that's what Emma got going on. And so like they go to this little place, like, y'all know that little game that people be playing. I don't even know the game that they call it in the film, but it's something, right? Basically daring somebody to do something, and one of the girls like hop the fence to go to like this horse ranch, and they don't know nothing about it, but it's like at nighttime, it's dark and scary out there, you don't know what's going on. And then I'm feeling like my heart racing. I'm like, oh goodness, don't let nothing happen to these girls out here, please don't let nothing happen to them, okay, over this nonsense, right? And so Emma and all the other friends just watching the girl go, and when she disappeared and they don't no longer see her, that really like affects Emma. Emma's like, okay, what is going on? She hopes her friend is all right, and she's the only one you could tell that actually got a heart, willing to risk her life and jump the fence to go find her friend and stuff. And then y'all know how it be going, y'all, and she ends up getting caught, right? And so her punishment is to be sent to this ranch to do community service. And there is where Emma's journey really begins, because she starts to learn different things like discipline, responsibility. And she starts to learn like what life is truly about. That it's really not about her. And before then, she was more like self-absorbed in this world that most kids are into. It's all about me, outfits, where we going, where we hanging out, all of that kind of stuff. And now she sees a little bit of real life here, because these horses that are sent to this rescue particular place have gone through the ringer, and to just see her connect with one of the horses in particular and to see how they both change one another is so beautiful and it's so amazing. It just reminds me how far God would go to show us how much he loves us, that sometimes he may not even use a human being, but he can use a thing or use an animal. And it's just so amazing when you see that connection build between Emma and the horse Chance here. And I'm telling y'all, it's just so gonna like melt your heart. So you're gonna have an amazing time on top of just learning all those cool things that we like to learn and take back with us to our real life, and to know that in the end is who it's about and how much God truly does love us, and being his hands and his feet in this world that we're living in, and getting ourselves out of the way. And like I said, go back to that thing that we talked about a little bit earlier about choosing your friends wisely, all of that. So it has a lot of different lessons in here, perfect for anybody, any girl, any age. So yes, once again, this film is titled Emma's Chance. And before I leave y'all for this evening, we'll go ahead and get into the scripture, right? Yes. We ain't getting out of here before we talk about this, okay? Well, before we share this, rather. But we are coming out of 1 John chapter 2, verse 17. And it reads, "And the world is passing away in the lust of it, but he who does the will of God abides forever." That's all I have for y'all for this video. Thank y'all so much for watching, hanging out with me, because y'all know we love to hang out and talk all things, movies, television shows, and more important than anything else, the love of Jesus Christ, right? So y'all let me know what's going on, how y'all feeling, all of that good stuff in the comment section below. And until next time, may the Lord bless and keep you both now and forevermore.